hired India's foremost architect, the #1 architect in all of India. And so he developed this design based on old traditional ancient temples of Raja Chola. So he used that as the design for our temple here. And it shouldn't have any steel in it, shouldn't have any iron in it. And so we had to make what the county of Kauai ended up calling a gravity building, because when we first took them the plans to the planning department looked at the plans and they said, well, where is the steel that's holding it together? Where are the trusses? So we had to fly the architect from India to sit with them, to show them that this was going to work without the structural niceties that they were trained in their modern engineering schools, how you put a building together. And this was different, because it was like a giant stone puzzle that all was mortared and fit together by gravity. Pillars, they have just these kind of ancient motifs. They call them songs. They think of them as sounds, but they're actually sculptural motifs. Our pillars are very philosophical. All of the things about the 4 kinds of karma and about reincarnation and about cosmology are all there on the pillars in symbology. But then on the top, we put sacred plants and symbols. And for the sacred plants, them from India and half of them from Hawaii. And so we're the only Hindu temple in the world that has ulu on it, and tea plants. All the Hawaiian things, hibiscus and plumeria, are all carved into the pillars of this temple to kind of embrace what they call the host culture. We made the dwarf Amenahune. Decided to create an endowment. So the rule was, and still is, that for every dollar that comes to us to build the temple, half of it goes into an endowment, and half of it goes to carve stones and ship stones and assemble stones and do all the expenses. So we have now about $5 million in an investment account. Basically, we receive all of the income from that, and when we're finished, it'll be about $8 million. And with that $8 million, the idea is that it'll give us about $30,000 a month, a little less, forever. And that'll be the money that maintains the temple, and therefore no one has to ever worry about money. And the future monks that live here 10 years from now, 100 years from now, 500 years from now, won't have to ask anybody for 1 penny, because this generation will have given them everything they need to manage the temple.